Hello, welcome back to 30 Days of Mania, WrestleMania 23. Did you remember what WrestleMania it was then?
No, I didn't remember that we were going to do it.
So yeah, WrestleMania 23, we're really almost nearing the end of our whole thing now. We're getting closer to the finish. This was the last WrestleMania in standard definition. It goes full on HD widescreen after this. As you can hear, once again, John Cena's music at the end of the show. And this was really, I think really the culmination of kind of the whole kind of John Cena being the man in the WWE. I mean, winning the title was something, at this point, winning the title a lot of people were doing and not necessarily being that successful. Like, you know, say Brock Lesnar, who kind of left, Eddie Guerrero, who just, you know, dropped the title and then didn't do much with it afterwards. But Cena, he won the title, defended it against Triple H, and you know, retained it at WrestleMania 22. That was a huge deal. And then again, defending and retaining it at this WrestleMania against Shawn Michaels was just huge and just put him over, put him to the moon. And this again is where people are still kind of getting sick of it and booing Cena, but it's not like those boos are going to change anything. Cena's still, to this day, the #1 guy in the WWE.
Number one.
You are my #1 guy.
Batman.
Batman. So, the opening of the show was sung, the America the Beautiful was sung by Aretha Franklin, who sang that song 20 years previously at WrestleMania 3. And this took place in the same city as WrestleMania 3 in Detroit. I think they were both in Detroit, but yeah. So they were really playing off the whole, you know, 20 years after WrestleMania 3, which was such a huge deal. They had Kane versus Great Khali, and Kane gave Khali a big scoop slam, which was kind of impressive, but not really anywhere as kind of iconic or memorable, or even as impressive as Hogan slamming Andre. What did we flick through? We flicked through a few things, I think. We flicked through the Billionaire match, Vince McMahon and versus Donald Trump. Basically, without them actually having a match. So Vince had Umaga as his guy. Donald Trump had Bobby Lashley, two new guys in WWE who were doing very well at the time. And Austin was going to be the special referee. Shane McMahon got involved in the match. Austin got physically involved in the match. Donald Trump even got physically involved towards the end. And it was just a really fun match. We didn't watch all of it. I just showed Connie some of the highlights, and we watched the whole bit where Vince got his head shaved bald, which was a stipulation of the match. And that was fun. It's just, Vince is just, you know, makes anything entertaining. And seeing him getting his head shaved was always fun. Donald Trump was loving it. He's like, yeah. He was actually shaving some of the hair, and then...
I couldn't help but getting worried whether or not they were going to cut him when they put the race replace on him.
Yeah, a lot of times when you have hair versus hair matches, you gotta try and get the hair off as quickly as possible so you don't hold up the show, and sometimes...
And even with the clippers, they cut him. So.
But they used razors and everything. They sprayed his head with shaving foam and stuff, and Donald Trump then took the worst stunner of all time, which was hilarious.
I think even I could do it better.
Yeah, I think you definitely could take it better than Donald Trump. But
he just lay down.
Well, it's
first he bent over, and then he's like, "Oh right," and then he lay down.
Yeah. So the proper match we watched was Undertaker versus Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship. At this point, you know, the streak was really becoming a huge deal. Now it was like the world title versus the streak, 14-0, and this is like when I first thought, you know, maybe Taker will lose, because I couldn't see him winning the world title at this point. I thought, you know, he's in near the end of his career. Surely he's not going to win the world title, but you know, he won, and it was a really good match, I have to say. What did you think of it?
Remind me.
We literally just watched this today, a couple of hours ago.
Just
Batista versus Undertaker, he gave him that big power slam through the announce table.
Yeah, which more or less looked like he missed a little bit, but because he hit it more than Undertaker did. I don't know, it's just whenever there's a Batista match, even if it is with the Undertaker, I don't know, I never really enjoy it, and he's just so... no.
Just no. Yeah, I gotta say, like... Oh, you did say actually that when Undertaker did his entrance, which was a really cool one, really simple with like backlighting and stuff.
Yeah, the entrance is good. We're talking about the match.
No, I know, but Batista was stood in the ring the whole time just like staring at the Undertaker, and you said kudos to Batista for actually looking angry for the whole entrance. You said that.
That's the only thing he can do.
Well, I know the build-up video. I just was just like, you know, it was a good build-up video, but Batista's part of it was, I am not intimidated by the Undertaker. I will retain my world heavyweight. I mean, he just at times he's got just nothing. You know, just doesn't bring any kind of emotion to the table, or just kind of feels like he doesn't care. Anyway, he comes out. They have the match, and I thought it was a really good one of Batista's best. Just a fun brawl. Well, not fun, but you know, a good brawl. You know, with some good spots. And the Undertaker did his dive over the top rope. We had the move through the announce table. We had some finishes towards the end. And again, I don't know if I've mentioned this on these videos, but ever since Triple H and Undertaker did that last ride spot with the 10 punch in the corner, it's like every time someone goes for a 10 punch on the Undertaker, it's like, I wonder where this is going. And again, same thing here. Batista took the last ride.
Different was that the crowd wasn't counting because it was Batista doing it, and they didn't want to count with him, did they? Silence.
And this is where this is one of my things where I say that, see, this is why Batista isn't great. He hits Undertaker with his finisher, the Batista bomb, and he pinned him. And as he was pinning him, he was like this. Big goofy grin on his face, and I was just like, what?
And when he kicked out, it's like...
And he was like... Okay, I mean, okay, but just the grinning while he's pinning, just in this big heated match where there's these two badass big guys going at it, and the
for every count going, 1, 2...
Maybe I'm overdoing it, but he definitely had some sort of grin on his face.
Yeah,
I just thought,
he did.
And then he lost to the Tombstone. A good match. Then the main event was Shawn Michaels challenging John Cena for his WWE title, as I just mentioned. Really good match. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. It's like watching a John Cena match always ends up being entertaining.
I agree.
And building up really well.
Mhm.
And Shawn Michaels is always good, and so they were great together.
I agree. You know, it was just like a lot of Shawn was kind of quite heelish in this match, actually, even though the crowd were fully behind him. And this was during the DX renaissance, I guess you could say. So he came out to the DX music and everything. Cena had that entrance with the car, you know, when it's driving around the streets of Detroit, and then he smashes through the glass. I thought that was a really cool entrance. The thing I always think about this match, and I was just talking to Connie about it, is the rumour at the time, when this happened, was that Shawn was very annoyed that Cena wasn't selling his leg, because at one point Shawn was really stomping on his leg, whacking it against the ring post and stuff. And of course, the end of the match, after Cena made Shawn tap out, Cena's looking really upset with the belt. He goes over to the entrance and he tries to get Shawn to shake his hand, and Shawn just kind of looks at him, goes, "Not tonight," and walks off. Could very easily.
He says "not tonight."
Yeah, he looks as "not tonight," and
How do you know?
Because I've seen it many times. You can clearly see he mouths "not tonight." And again, there was a rumor that he was like kicking off backstage about it and stuff, but you never know whether that's true. And it could have easily been, you know, him kind of not shaking Cena's hand could have easily been part of the storyline. But Cena seemed quite upset at the end, and I don't know, maybe it was because it was his first WrestleMania at a huge stadium, and you know, again, he retained the title against someone as awesome as Shawn Michaels. I'm not sure. If I ever meet Shawn or Cena, I definitely have to ask about that. I gotta say.
So it was one question, that would be it.
Yeah, well, I don't really have any other questions, you know. I mean, if I've met either of them, I'd just say, yeah, you're great, I really enjoy your stuff. But that's really I have a burning desire to know what really, you know, if there was any heat behind that. But great match, I enjoyed it. The near falls at the end were great and everything. Top
you
match.
Make sure you would stick him with a truth serum first to make sure.
Oh yeah, well,
the truth.
that's the thing, yeah, you know. So, anything else to add? Anything you want to say?
I'm glad Aretha Franklin was singing.
Yeah, oh yeah, she was, we didn't talk about that. Yeah, it was a good rendition. Yeah, she'd packed on a few pounds over the past 20 years. And you kind of said something that I won't even mention, but you know, it is what it is. She was massive.
What did I say? I never said anything negative about Aretha Franklin.
You just pointed out something about her physical appearance, which was kind of
alright.
You know, we won't mention it here.
Doesn't have to be negative though.
Well, it wasn't positive. And you weren't knocking her, but you were just pointing out something that was there.
You're making me sound bad now. You're
I'm the one who just said she was massive, so if anyone's going to sound bad, it's me.
Yeah, so we'll just leave it at that.
We'll just leave it at that.
I didn't say anything bad. Anything I say to you about stuff isn't bad anyways, because most of the time I'm just joking.
I feel like we skipped through something else. I can't remember. But there you go. WrestleMania 23. I really enjoy it. I think it's a really good show. And again, this is moving forward as the era of just all stadium WrestleMania. So the next one, 24, is a really good one too, I think. So I'm looking forward to that.
I think you feel that we skipped through other stuff is because we watched part of SmackDown.
We did, yes. Okay. Well, thank you for watching
more
anyway.
Batista.
Yeah, more Batista.
Didn't we watch something with Randy Orton?
Kill me now. Oh, that's what we watched. We watched the spot from the Money in the Bank match where Jeff Hardy did that big leg drop onto Edge on the ladder that was braced between the barrier and the ring, and it snapped. And I think the ladder was rigged to kind of break there and stuff, but still. Oh,
I've seen that before.
It's such an awkward landing for both guys.
Was Randy in that match?
Yeah.
Right, so that's why I remember.
Here we go. Quick story. When I watched this WrestleMania live, this was actually the first WrestleMania I watched live. We had a illegal kind of cable box that a friend of mine had. I won't say who he was. And so we got it for free.
Right.
And it was really choppy, and it was like, oh, we can't. And it was freezing and stuff. And then Orton took this move off the off ladders from someone, and the freeze frame was him like with his mouth like wide open to get pressed against the mat, and it just froze on that for about 2 hours. We just heard the commentary, and it was awful. But apparently everyone else had problems in the UK, so it wasn't just because of the illegal cable box. But yeah, that's my overriding memory of watching that show live, was Orton with his face pressed against the mat, wide open like a guy catching flies. And
that would stress me out because I'd be like, no, it's gonna freeze into the TV.
Oh yeah, well,
we'd have Randy Orton forever.
This was before plasma TVs. Well, not really, I guess, but it was before plasma TVs were a regular thing in the house. We're talking about bullshit now, but I got completely wasted that night for the first time as well, which is not great and not something I recommend. But there you go. Thank you for watching.
Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll.
Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.